There are many disturbing interviews, but the most skin-crawling interviews come from serial killers. From the co-ed killer, who cut off his own mother's head, to a killer cop. Here are 4 extremely disturbing interviews with serial killers. Gerard John Schaefer Jr. was an American murderer and suspected serial killer, who was imprisoned in 1973 for murders he committed while he was a sheriff's deputy in Martin County, Florida. Schaefer was convicted of 2 murders, but was suspected of many others. He frequently appealed against his conviction, but privately boasted, both verbally and in writing, of killing more than 30 women and girls. In December 1995, Schaefer was stabbed to death in his prison cell.
Does it really horrify you? Are you a little more cautious about picking up that hitchhiker? You girls, are you a little more cautious about who you pick up in the singles bar to take home? Like Mr. Goodbar, right? Diane Keaton did that very well, but do you get my drift? What I'm trying to inject an awareness into people through that? They see The Deliberate Stranger and they see it as entertainment. Ted was real. He was real, man. He'd kill you. And laughed. He enjoyed it. And I could sit there, like when I'm sitting with you and talking about it. He relished it. If only you could get his face on a camera when he's talking to me like this in the cage. He said,
Was he living all the time, these murders?
no, I wouldn't say all the time. I took he told me that he had followed my case in the detective magazines, and that he had killed 2 girls in Washington as a copycat crime, so to speak, on the place in Jessup. And I think those were Ott and Naisland. And he would tell me that he took them up on the logging road and strangled them and had sex with their corpses, and went back and had sex with their corpses and cut off their heads. Like, it's a tribute. And I'm thinking, you motherfuckers that wrote that. I said, here's the guy who read it, believed your bullshit, and went out and did something like this. And now, he's like bragging to me. It wasn't exactly a brag, it was like a tribute. How many did you get, really, Jerry? They said 34. Did they get all? Or do you have private graveyards? I said, Dad, I'm the best. What can I say to somebody like that, right? What can you say? You're left without any kind of rational response, because if you say, Ted, it's all bullshit, he's gonna say, no, it's not. I know. And he knew, see, because he had lived it. And I hadn't lived it, except through what was written about me. And he was doing it based on what he had read. So he had 36. He wanted to be the best. He was obsessed because they said I had 34. And he was afraid that I had ones that he didn't know about. So, and he was always trying to get me to say, no, that's all I got, 34, you know. But I never would say that. I discerned that he was concerned about the number.
Edmund Emil Kemper III is an American serial killer, serial rapist and necrophile who murdered 10 people, including his paternal grandparents and mother. He is noted for his height of 6 feet 9 inches, and for his high intellect, possessing an IQ of 145. Kemper was nicknamed the Co-Ed Killer, as most of his victims were female college students.
Springtime, it was April. For 2 months I had to kill. I said, it's not going to happen to any more girls. It's got to stay between me and my mother. I can't get away from her. We're still fighting. She's still belittling me. I'm like a puppet on a string, and I entertain her. She knows all my buttons, and I dance like a puppet with that pain. And it had even gotten physical, where I had physically grabbed her and thrown her onto her bed, trying to emphasize a point that she's threatening to kill her. So here I pick up these 2 young ladies in Berkeley on Ashby Avenue. One has flowers in her hand, petite little dolls. They're in granny dresses and they're hitchhiking, a couple of real experts. I want to see how together I am, if I can resist this temptation. Get in my car. They want to go one way. I know they need to go the other. If they go the way they're insisting on, we're headed right back out to where the first 2 co-eds were murdered. And I'm saying to myself, oh my God, all I got to do is relax and they'll take me to their death. I've got the gun in the car, the same one I've been doing it with. I insisted. As gently as I could, I took them where they needed to go, to their college, 1 week before I murdered my mother. I said, she's got to die, and I've got to die, or girls like that are going to die. And that's when I decided I'm going to murder my mother. I knew a week before she died, I was going to kill her. And she went out to a party, she got soused, she came home, went to sleep. I was woken up by that, came out, I walked up to her bed. She's laying there reading a paperback. As many thousands of nights before. And she said, oh, I suppose you're going to want to sit up all night and talk now. Shit. I looked at her, I said, no. I said, good night. And I knew I was going to kill her. You know? And I'm so cold, it's so hard. But that's the first time in 10 years I've looked at it that way. I mean, that intensely, that honestly. It hurts. So I'm not a lizard, I'm not from a little rock. I came out of her vagina. So, came out of my mother. And in a rage, I went right back in. For 7 years, she said, I haven't had sex with a man because of you. My murderous son is one of our arguments. I cut off her head, and I humiliated her corpse. So there, you know, a 6-young woman dead because of the way she raises her son, and the way her son is raised, the way he grows up. And what's her closing words? I suppose you want to sit up all night and talk. God, I wish I had.
Otis L. Woodtoole was an American drifter and serial killer who was convicted of 6 counts of murder. Like his companion Henry Lee Lucas, Toole made confessions he later recanted, which resulted in murder convictions. He died in his cell from cirrhosis, at age 49. Police attributed the murder of Adam Walsh to Toole on the basis of recanted statements. Lucas had backed Toole's confession to the Walsh murder, claiming he had been in possession of the victim's severed head.
What do you prefer, like sex or fire?
Well, I like both. I like both. Baby girls, married girls. I'm what you call a power maniac. A pyromaniac can be most anything, but I'm what you call a power maniac. I like to see a whole city burned down. A whole city. I like to see the whole city. Like the tallest building, I could see it. I could see the whole thing.
What do you feel when you see it?
What do you feel?
Yeah, sex. Yeah. But excitement. You know when you get excitement to a pleasure. If you are a serial killer, you can't really stabilize it. But if it's done in a pattern, the same way all the time, or the same kind of way, then it's a pattern, same way. Otherwise you're losing the same thrill all the time, in the same matter of way. But if you do it all kind of different ways, ain't no pattern. I mean, you do more and more the same kind of way. But if you choose the pattern, see, otherwise, if you really do things like that, there ain't no pattern. If you do it different kind of ways. That's why they have different numbers, you see. It's a different pattern, different figures, different patterns.
Is it harder to kill?
It doesn't make a difference. Really, a person's a killer, it doesn't make a difference. If you stomp on a bug, you still killing. You kill a heart, you still killing. So it don't make a difference what you kill. And then if you used to cutting out somebody, it's just like butchering a hog, you see, like no difference. It's just no different. But you're a very barbecue sauce on it. You gotta tell them and get it roasted. Not unless you want it raw.
Remember the first time? The first few times?
It never take. Just like that. I said just like talking to things, just like that. Once you get into it, ain't nothing to it. Just like that. Drinking a cup of coffee, smoking cigarettes. Once you get into the habit, you do it more and more. It's just a steady thing. I mean, some people do it different, you say. Some of them hate women, some of them hate men. You got so much what you call love, you say. Different kind of people. Only kind of person I never killed. I never killed a child.
Do you have news from Henry?
It needs to be love, what you say. But that love took me in the head. Kill that bitch, I have to catch up. I cut his dick off his shoulders, his mouth. And then take a baseball bat and run it straight through his mouth to his ass. Just deep inside the jaw. I had to take like a spark, run it all the way down. And let it come out his ass. And then put him on a barbecue pit. And all them police out there on the street. And don't even tell us the dead person. After they eat it and then say, well, you just ate a human body. So that's what I would do. And that's what I am. Ain't no past. But I don't understand myself. Alright? You gotta understand yourself before you can understand anything else, Isaac. Just from one step.
Which interview you found most disturbing? Let me know in the comments section. And subscribe to the channel for more videos. Thank you for watching.